First, I want to bring you the famous prophecy of Balak to the king of Moab, to Balaam to Balak. So Balaam said to him, after not being successful to curse the Jews, Israel, realized that God does not allow him. So he said to him, what I can do it to give you advice and to tell you about what is going to be in the end of days. So in fact, there are lots of indications here in Gematria and so on, very, very relevant to our time. So I brought one Gematria which is brought and clearly indicating that process that we went through really is the process which brings to this situation. So Balaam said to Balak the following, what I see for them is not yet. What I behold will not be soon. A star rises from Jacob, a scepter comes forth from Israel. It smashes the brow of Moab, the foundations of all children of Sheth. Edom becomes a possession, Seir, a possession of its enemies. But Israel is triumphant. A victor issues from Jacob to wipe out what is left of Ir. So, very famous prophecy, end of days, is in Numbers, chapter 24. But you see, most of the verses indicate to the future. So what was brought in books at that time was Gematria about those words, which in the first verse we saw, which, if you remember, what I see for them is not yet, and in Hebrew is this word, which is the Torah says, Ereno, I see him, v'lo ata not now. So the simple Gematria, if you take the Ereno 756 and v'lo 37, ata 40, they come to 768. Tafshin in fact, okay, if one followed properly, the days given was one of them, especially as it finishes with 8. And if you saw my book, Time of Redemption, about amazing book which brings that most of the dates that things happen to Jews, to Israel, have finished with the number 8. 1948, which in Hebrew is 7 or 8. In fact, it started already with the birth of Abraham, 1948, and with the time that Israel got the Torah, 2048, entering Israel at that time. The first Psalm, 2088, destruction of the temple, if you take, building of the temple, also 8. You follow lots of this, so therefore they say that now that we are very near to the redemption, if we have the proper condition, repentance and so on, keeping the Torah and Shabbat, so dates with 8 in the end can be very ready for it, because potentially it has, but because it represents the situation we are above nature, just are above nature, And this number 8 represents, because you can see in the shape of 8, 2 rounds. Here one round, out round, so the lower one is 6, it is this physical world. 8 represents the times for Messiah, and 9 represents basically the world to come. So, number 8 is a time of Messiah, but still the physical world will carry on normally. Only all changes in nature is number 9, when the round is right on top. So number 8 is the time of Messiah, but unfortunately when we miss the time, You have to say what more. Some interesting to note that the last year of redemption will be on 1964, which is basically, if you write it fully, 5784, it is 7888, it means, yeah, 28 even. Okay, so this was the time that we could have for this prophecy of Balak, of Balaam to Balak. But as normal as you saw, there is a principle. If the simple Gematria does not, you have to add the letters to the total. Then it comes to 12. So if you add 12 is 780. Interest 780 is basically the end of the Corona. And 71 started according to Khatam Sofer. If you remember, Mashpot Yarim Evion from Tafshin Pe'alet from 781, the process of Messiah will start. 172, 3, 4. Now also there is additional of the verse. I mean, there are 3 verses here. So it comes exactly the year after sabbatical, which is the year of Messiah. So, who knows, maybe the Messiah is already there, and now it will be revealed in 24. We don't know, 74. But all this process is in first verse of this verse of Balaam to Balak, and this was said to him, I will tell you what is going to be in the end of days. And it is unbelievable verses which tell us exactly about the war between the Arabs and Israel. When he said, Oy mi'echem isomokel, vow to the Tam, the 2 nations with the name of God, Kel, Ishmael, and Israel will fight, because it will not be a simple word. It will be a word about God, about the faith in the world, yeah. We see today what really is going on. There's the Arab Ishmael, as you saw Hamas said, even you could see the law of the Islam. Jews, Israelis, and Jews are conquerors, the conqueror of their land, and this is a deserved death. All of them, young and old. Clearly you could see the internet, and this is what they really want to do. They tried to do it. Unfortunately, they killed 1,400 Jews. And now, if Biden gives them a state, it will be much easier because they will rule it. Because all Arabs agree with the Hamas. You could see that nobody protested, even not Abu Mazen, with Israel support him now, and it goes to the terrorists. So no doubt they are very, very significant time. So I show you some tables which indicate to this process. So, by the way, you have son of Joseph here, yeah, because son of Joseph known to prepare the way, basically by wars, you know. He is behind the wars that Israel have against their enemies, like we see today, the 6th War, for example. Some say clear proof that Joseph is behind because 6 is the number of Joseph, the sphere of foundation, whatever it is. So here you have son of Joseph, and you have the year 5781, 2021, which is exactly what Khatam Sofer says, the beginning of the process of Messiah. And you have in the left side Messiah, with code together, because the codes are part of it. The messianic words. So you have here many blessings the Torah, the code will be distributed, and the year 1976, if you remember, this was the beginning when Professor Ibsen, and Doron Wissner heard from Rabbi Yaniv about this phenomena, of phenomena which is already Rabbi Weissmandal, whatever. So then it came out to the world, there's such a phenomena. Even though in the Torah you have it already 800 years ago in the portion of Genesis, the Rashis, then Rabbi Vachi, but the code of 32 of the verse of the moon. So here you have the year when it was really distributed, 1976, and what was this skip? I think this skip many means the Torah. Yeah, and the right side you have another important stage of the distribution of the court, which was, we shall show pin light, yeah, into darkness. So it was this year, 5775, 2015, when the document came out, and no doubt was distributed, and more people knew about this phenomena. So then, if you see more, you have here the year of redemption, yeah, also here one of this process, yeah, and this is a sabbatical, Tafshin Pei Bet, 220. But again, all these years which are so significant part of the process of redemption can bring the redemption, but what we need repentance. You can see on top in red, repentance, very small skip, yeah? No? If you'll do it, then you will have son of Jesse, you can son of Jesse here in purple, Elijah in green, and the blessing that God said, if you keep the Torah, you shall eat your fill of bread and dwell securely in your land. I will grant peace in the land, and you shall lie down untroubled by anyone. Interesting that they bring the sleeping, not so important, but after we have the red light, you know, Tseva Adom, red light, you know, so people could not see, you know, untroubled. Blessing. So again, when you enter the land that the Lord your God is giving you, etc., should realize God to us, not to the earth. And here, interesting, the year was after the plague was stopped, you know, interesting. So, altogether, also interesting table, quite significant, and part of these years of redemption that we are living now in. Then you have, then you have another interesting table. This is also year 2022, and this clearly shows about the codes that are, as you see in black, Messianic code for Messiah, and you have minimum the Torah rips in purple rips, Aleph, Eliad. Meaning the Torah. You have, again, the most important purpose of the codes to strengthen our faith. So you have the faith in black Ha'emunah. Then you have more people who are working on the roads. You have Reuven in red, which is Amalek. Again, you have rips there on top in red. And you have Matityahu also, one who work with these people. And repentance again, yeah, very important. Then you have, let us see if there are more or already covered everything. Now this is the last one, which was unbelievable. This one, you have the year 5784, end of days, and exactly the verses, what you saw. It means this comes exactly the same verses in Hebrew are here. You can see yeah, and all this in Hebrew, all this sentence. And amazingly, end of days comes here. Also clear indication that we are now in the end of days. Now what more, yeah, so you have end of days, exactly this verse of Balaam to Balak, amazing. And then you have the year 5784, very interesting. And you have here the story of Purim. We said because it's written, Kabbalists say that every cable to do with redemption must have figures of Purim. Why? Because the Talmud says if Jews in future will not do tshuva, God will establish a very cruel leader like Haman who threatened to destroy Jews like Haman, which is exactly what we have today, Hamanai. And you see Hamas, they say the same thing, yeah, Hamanai. So this exactly shows that our redemption will be like from Purim, from this terrible, cruel people we have, yeah, the Hamas, like wild beasts and so on, Nazis, all of them really in the list. So amazingly, this is exactly what it is. There is, I say, there is phenomenon which is unbelievable, yeah. That you have here the names Esther and Mordechai and Cyrus, definitely, those who were involved in Purim. You have here also the word Shua, salvation will be for eternity. You have Iran, definitely, this is Iran, want to destroy Israel like Haman, Hamanai. You have son of Joseph here, because son of Joseph will be mainly who will be behind the walls. And Messiah a few times, son of Joseph, Messiah, son of David. Cyrus, also called Messiah by God. But I said that unbelievable phenomenon that we have redemption. Okay, redemption, very nice. But this redemption has full letters. It means you have the A, Lamed, Vav, Aleph, Gimel, yeah? Normally, difficult to find it. Not only this, that it comes every 6 letters, which is number 6 is foundation. Joseph, he says many times about it, I wrote a book. Number 6, you can get it on Amazon. So, Geulah here, basically, Geulah, redemption, have deep idea. Redemption is not only physical, a spiritual one. What is spiritual one? So you have here the word Gal. Gal is discovery, revelation of 3 letters. Aleph, Vav, A. This is in the verse, the end of the portion, Beshalach in Exodus. We said about the Amalekite. Amalekite, Kiyad al-Keska. Amalekite hides, covers the 2 letters of God, got the 4 letters, Yud, K, Vav, K. Yud, K is against the brain and the heart, understanding, wisdom. By Vav, A, have a shape of hand and 5 fingers, A5. But Vav, A shows the clear providence of God, means clear Ashkacha in Hebrew. Vav, A. So Amalek, this evil force, what he's doing is like covering the 2 last letters of God, Vav and A, and we cannot see clearly the providence of God in this world. Right? This is what is happening, exactly. This is why the angel of Amalek is called Samael. Samael means in Hebrew, however, Samakel, they want to blind God, which means they don't want God to interfere in this world. Yeah, this is leftists in Israel also, Lapid, Lieberman, or the leftists. So this is exactly what Amalek did. He took out these 2 letters of God, and also he took the letter Aleph from the chair. In Hebrew, Kiseh is 3 letters. Yeah? So in the verse, Kiyad al-Keska, he took the Aleph. Aleph represents God. Aleph is a loof of God, a loof, the meaning of the word. And if you remember, the Gematria of the letter Aleph is 26, because Aleph is built up of the letter Vav. You can see the letter Aleph. You have Vav, Yud on top, and Yud in the middle, in the bottom. Together, 2 and 10, 20, and Vav is 6, 26. Aleph. So this is Amalek. But in future, we'll have the real redemption, in which we'll have back these 2 letters. This is why Geulah, as you can see in purple, Geulah, yeah, we need God revelation of A and Vav Aleph. Very interesting. Also, there are interesting ideas. The A, Vav and Aleph in Hebrew is who. who are those three letters, and even who is third person, yeah, so therefore who. So those are the letters which represent hiddenness, yeah. The same thing in English. In English you have who and he. He is also hidden, and the Yud of he, which is she in Hebrew, is a Yud that is taken from Jerusalem, because in the Bible, most of the times, few hundred times, I don't think, then when the word Jerusalem appears without Yud, Yerushalem, Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, yeah? But in future we'll get it. It's a very interesting and important and significant table for our times. So, מה שנראה עכשיו, טבלה מאוד מעניינת. מה שזה